Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up who love their tech. And if you know me by now, you should know that I'm a huge fan, or I like to have a smartphone that's either jailbroken or rooted. The main reason why I like it jailbroken or rooted is to stop ads from popping up on my phone, or stop ads from popping up in web browsers and things like that, so that I can get a cleaner and smoother experience. And I know that the ads are needed to supply revenue to the companies and whatnot. I get it, completely understand. I do understand that some people use ad blockers, me, to stop ads sometimes. But on the phone, sometimes you can't necessarily stop them all. But if you have a jailbroken or rooted phone, you definitely can. So that's one of the big perks of having a jailbroken or rooted phone. Now, I've had my trusty Note 20 Ultra that I'm recording with right now for a minute, and this is rooted, and I don't have any ads popping up on my phone at all, so I'm loving it. However, I have missed, in a sense, having a jailbroken iPhone. Now, I haven't had an iPhone in a while, and there are ways that you can semi-tether your iPhone jailbroken. That basically means that you can install the jailbreak, but if you restart the phone, you have to do the whole process again to re-jailbreak the phone. And years ago, many years ago, when jailbreaking was really prevalent in the iPhone community, especially with JailHot on the scene, there were certain jailbreaks that were untethered, which means that when you install the jailbreak on the phone, it'll stay on the phone forever. So Cydia, for example, that app right there, will stay on the phone forever, where if you restart the phone, reboot the phone, you don't have to re-jailbreak the phone at all to have your jailbreak. So those phones are kind of rare. And I actually have an untethered iPhone at home. However, it's an iPhone 5 and it's untethered on iOS 8. Pretty old, pretty ancient, I get it. So with having that untethered jailbroken iPhone, I mean, there's a lot of great things I can do with it, especially customization of icons and things like that. However, Apple really doesn't like when you jailbreak your phone, so there's certain things and certain features that you cannot have or access on your phone because it is jailbroken. One big thing that Apple has done, and I guess certain companies that have released apps in the App Store have done as well, they update, or the App Store update apps to work with certain modern or newer iOSs or newer firmwares. And let's say, for example, eBay. With the eBay app, you cannot use it on older firmware. So iOS 8, for example, I cannot use the eBay app with iOS 8 on my untethered jailbroken iPhone. You can only use it with the minimum requirement firmware that they say that you can use it. And in most cases, it's going to be a newer firmware, iOS 13, iOS 14, or other firmwares like that. So it basically forces you to update your phone in order to use those apps. So if you have an untethered jailbroken iPhone, you cannot change your iOS or your firmware, because if you do, you will lose your jailbreak. So you have to, toss a coin in the air and say to yourself, what's more important, the untethered jailbreak or having the newer modern apps that are in the App Store on your phone? So with most people, they update and don't care about the jailbreak. Me, like I said, I like my jailbreak. I like to have and use my phone the way that I want to use it, so I keep a jailbreak. But like I said, I really kind of miss a jailbroken iPhone, and I was going through YouTube and I happened to come across this video right here. If you can see the title, it says, How to Jailbreak iOS 14.4 through 14.5.1 Untethered. We haven't seen an untethered jailbroken iPhone in years, 6 years, since firmware iOS 9. iOS 9.3.2 was the last firmware that you can untether jailbreak your phone to be able to turn it off and turn it on and still have your jailbreak there. So this video right here shows you how to jailbreak your phone and have it untethered Of course, when I saw that, I mean, look at it. It's in bolded letters. When I watched the video, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta find me an iPhone that has this firmware. So, I mean, I checked, this video right here, and this is on the site Saunders Tech. But I also check out my main man. I've been checking him out way before Saunders. D7. This is Dino Zambas 2. I following him a lot. Fantastic videos, straight to the point. Tells you how to do stuff on your iPhone that you can't normally do. Great YouTuber right here. Saunders is pretty well known. He speaks a little fast though, so if you're a novice, you can follow the videos, but you might mess up a couple things. So you may have to stop the video or wind the video, things like that, just to make sure that you can follow what he says. But Dino, he also speaks fast as well, but his videos are pretty easy to go through. So I would suggest him over Saunders, but they're both still pretty good. Don't get me wrong. So I checked his video on the untethered jailbreak, and he confirmed it. I mean, he doesn't show the process, but he confirmed that the jailbreak actually does work. So what did I do? I went straight to eBay, and this takes a while to look for a phone that has the firmware needed to jailbreak the phone. So I had to go on eBay, and I went, and I had to look through a whole lot of listings, and boom, found that one right there. Could not believe I saw it. 512 gigabytes of space, 14.5.1, and that is the firmware that you need to untether jailbreak the phone. So I ordered it, I got it, and I'm gonna show you a little video right now that shows that I actually tried to jailbreak the phone. And I was successful. Jailbroke it, everything. And it was untethered. Now, the untethered process is slightly different than the untethered process of iPhones of old, where if you do reset the phone, you still have to open up Uncover, and you still have to apply the jailbreak to jailbreak the phone again. So yes, when you restart the phone, it does get back to the actual regular phone usage, but to re-jailbreak it, you got to press that icon. You don't have to re-download anything or install anything again. You just tap on the Uncover icon on your screen, and then it re-jailbreaks your phone, and you're good to go for the rest of the life of the phone. So I've done that. I was happy. I was getting back into things I forgot about, installing apps on the iPhone. It took me a while to remember things that I've done before. I was doing all that. It was great. It was fun. But then I said to myself, is it really worth it? So it was really fun years ago, jailbreaking the phone and customizing it and having fun with it. But today, there's a lot of features and things that you can do on your phone without even jailbreaking it. So there is a way to sideload apps on your phone. There is a way to put on emulators on your iPhone. And check out this dude right here. He gives it to you cut and dry. Pretty easy to do. Follow him. Saunders Tech also does the same thing, but D7 does it in much more detail. So I would say check his videos out first. Check his videos out second. I mean, go back and forth between the two, but definitely check out him right here. Subscribe to him if you haven't done so. If you have an iPhone, I don't have an iPhone, so I didn't subscribe, but still watch his videos. I still support him big time. So check his videos out. He'll tell you how to do everything. Really good stuff. So again, there's a lot of things that he shows you that you can do on your phone that you don't have to jailbreak, where you can, like I said, still have emulators and such. And so that brings up the question for myself: do you necessarily need a jailbreak? Now, for me, like I said, with apps and things, actually there are some apps in the App Store and some that you can get outside of the App Store where you can actually block ads. So that kind of nullifies the reason to jailbreak. So you got to ask yourself today, and that's why, when I went through the jailbreak and put on the apps, and after I was finished, I wasn't as satisfied as I used to be jailbreaking the phone. I didn't have as much excitement jailbreaking the phone. I mean, it's still difficult to get certain things on the phone because, again, Apple doesn't like you to jailbreak. Completely understandable. And like I said, because you're going to be stuck on that particular firmware, if apps decide to update and require you to have a higher firmware, you're stuck with what you got. So within a couple of years' time, that phone is going to be null and void, because there's going to be a lot of apps that you normally would use that you can't use because the apps update, just like the firmware updates on the phone. So is it worth it to jailbreak or even root phones today? With jailbreaking, in my opinion, not worth it at all, because again, you can do some of the features that you can do on a jailbroken phone on an unjailbroken phone, thanks to people like him and developers who figure out things that you can actually do. So definitely check that out. Now, as far as an Android phone, is it worth it to root? In a sense, it's still definitely worth to root, even though, just like in the iPhone community, there are certain ways that you can put on rooted applications or features on your phone that is not rooted. So technically today, in today's times, it's not necessarily worth it to root or jailbreak your phone. So now that I've tried out the video and tried out the jailbreak and actually was successful in doing it and wasn't really excited about it, I returned the phone, kept the firmware on there. So if you're interested in getting that particular phone, I can leave me a comment in the comment section. I can let you know who the seller is on eBay, because they're going to be getting the phone in about a couple of days, to see if you can get that exact phone as well, if you want to have an untethered jailbroken iPhone in 2021. But for me, it's not worth it anymore. Just use your phone as is and just check out videos that help you put on features or customizations on your phone if you want to have it on your phone without jailbreaking or rooting it. So that's my take on jailbreaking and rooting in 2021 and beyond. It's not worth it anymore. It was fun while it lasted, but when I get a phone now, I'm just going to get a phone just to use it. So that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed the information, definitely leave that thumbs up on the bottom. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. So on that aspect, the lowest software version you would need would be the software version that the application states. So it may say you need for the least amount iOS 13, for example. So you would need to update your phone to that firmware in order to use the eBay app. So with my iPhone 5 untethered jailbroken phone, I cannot use the eBay app on that particular phone. But with this phone being a newer phone, a more modern phone with iOS 14, which was, kind of basically released within a year or so, I can use the eBay app, Amazon app, and pretty much any app in the App Store on this, oh my gosh, newly untethered. You see right there, untethered jailbroken iPhone. I did it. It wasn't even that hard. I thought it was going to take me all night. It just took me about 15 minutes to get all this together. And there's, oh my gosh, the Cydia app in 2021. I'm going to be up all night putting in applications, tweaks, making sure things work. Oh my gosh, to see if certain tweaks from 5 years ago, 4 years ago work with this jailbreak. I am just ecstatic right now. I can't wait to see what apps I can use. I've been out of the iPhone game for a while, so I know there's a whole bunch of apps that have been released in the App Store that I don't know about. I'm going to go ham and cheese on this phone. I'm just ecstatic. Again, I can restart this phone. I can reboot this phone, turn it off, turn it back on, and the untethered jailbreak will still be on here. Cydia is on here forever. Very happy. So, if you're lucky enough like me to find this phone on eBay from a seller that still had 14.5.1 installed, then I suggest you jump on it as quickly as you can. This window, actually, let me go back to the video that I've used, and I'll leave this link for this video in the description, because this video really helped me in getting this set up. Pretty easy. So if you have an iPhone that has the software version 14.4, between 14.4 and 14.5.1, with this being the highest, then you are in luck in installing this untethered jailbreak, as I did. Very happy I found this on eBay. It took me 2 days to find this one seller. And there's not a lot of sellers that do what this one seller does. And I will or can leave you his information in the comment section as well, so that you can call and see if he has any iPhones with the software version that you can use to untether the phone. I didn't contact him yet, but I'm going to do that because I just received this phone today. But I'm going to contact the seller, thank him immensely, and ask and see if he has any other phones, just in case I need another phone to be untethered, jailbroken, just in case this one breaks, I drop it or whatever. And I'm not going to drop it, but just in case, I like to always have a backup. But to find one this rare with 512 gigabytes of space, wow, just wow. I mean, I did find an iPhone 12 mini from this person's store that had 14.1, I believe. So you can get that one, and that one had 128 gigabytes of space, but I wanted more space. I got really, really lucky, basically blessed, that I found this particular phone. So again, I will leave this information, the link to this video, and any other information you need in order to get yourself an untethered jailbroken iPhone. Can't wait to try it out. I'm going to make, of course, a slew of videos of tweaks, apps, emulators, games, all the stuff that you want to see that this phone can do. Compare it to my Note 20 Ultra and tell you ultimately which phone I'm going to use as my daily driver. I already know which one it's going to be. But just like I said, make my videos, make my comparisons. I'm happy. And I hope you're happy with me. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a thumbs up on the bottom. Definitely subscribe to my channel. And for those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. Tell your friends about my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video.